And we are very close to the finals for the new old school, but we have one more match to go before that happens. Anthony joining you once again, and we have a battle of Wave 5 Boogeymen tonight. Stand by. Alrighty, we have gotten the call in. It is Nanotech versus Bretosaurus, Perceptor versus Sky Shadow. Nanotech is going first. Whoever wins this gets a spot in the finals against Naga and Fortmax. And with that, you are clear to start. Alrighty. Naga's Crusade. You're not wrong. Alrighty. Nano's up first. Draw for turn. Now, I have mentioned the Crusade before, but for those of you who don't know, this was a deck that Naga originally built to try and get Perceptor banned. And it actually convinced me that he should stick around. Anyways, Windcharger going in first for 8. I think that's a block. Blocking 9. Yep, no damage off the bat. And Perceptor did flip to body mode as well. Alrighty. Draw for turn on Brett's side of the field. Alrighty, so you gotta go into Windcharger here. I would try to predict what he's up to, but knowing him, he's gonna have some 5-headed play that I'm not anticipating. Smoke Cloak on the tank. This happened in top 8. It's gonna happen here. Let's be honest with ourselves. Tank going into Windcharger. Currently for 4. Pierce 1. Block 1. Take 3. And we will move over to Nano's turn. Draw. So, Windcharger to bot mode most likely. Okay, this is an interesting situation. You have 3 viable flip options here. Perceptor to alt mode, of course, is always a good thing. And he's going to go for Perceptor to alt mode. Take the shot. Bashing Shield. Power Punch. Bashing Shield. So, this is where we get into the Perceptor mind game. So, if I'm Brett in this situation, the Bashing Shields are terrifying. Okay, so he's putting Bashing Shields in one pile, Power Punch and Take the Shot in the other. Takes the 2 Bashing Shields, puts the other 2 under Perceptor. I'm not sure the logic behind it, but I will trust that he knows what he's doing. Because I have finally figured out how to deal with Perceptor, and if I figured it out, he's most definitely figured it out. Field Calm onto Wheeljack. That explains why he didn't go for the flip. And he's going to resolve the Wheeljack trigger first. Naga, what order do you resolve these in? Hold on, I'm going to troll him in the chat. Okay, he's going to resolve Field Calm first. Combat Dagger. He did accidentally flip 2 cards there. He's going to play the Combat Dagger onto Wheeljack. And then draw. This is the draw off the Combat Dagger. Discarding a Precision Fire. Combat Dagger will trigger for Wheeljack, draw, and discard. Nano is not having a good time over there. He has a second Bashing Shield in hand, so yeah, that makes sense. Naga finally figured out what I was alluding to. Yep, always Field Calm first. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there was a little incident in E3's Top Cut where Naga decided to resolve Wheeljack first, and I think it may have led to him losing the game. Fight for a position on Perceptor, and send Perceptor into the tank as he has to. Currently going in for 3, bold 3, base 2, 1, 2, 3. That is 8 Pierce 3? 8 Pierce 3 it looks like. Yep, 8 Pierce 3, and that looks like a block for taking the Pierce 3. Minimum 13 on... Actually, no, this is a minimum 10, yeah. Because there's no damage on the plane right now, so... Minimum 10 still. Not going to pick up a wedge on Nano side of the field. And Brett picked something up, though I am not entirely sure what it was. Move over to Brett's turn. Draw for turn. And so if you're Brett here, I don't think this is a valuable use of Cup. Why did Tank flip a lot? Am I missing something? There's a Smoke Cloak on there, plus a white icon. That's 7 overall. Hold on, I have to message him in the chat. Because Naga can't hear me right now. So I can accuse him of being high on copium all I want. I don't think you send the plane in here. Because Cup is your better defensive character out of those two remaining. The Tank is still your best. Just because of the fact that it has a Smoke Cloak right now. There's a Secret coming down. And also, you're not doing too much damage. You are a blue deck, after all. So, sending in Cup to probably get some chip damage on Wind Charger. Scoundrel's Blaster on the Cup. Alrighty, that's good. Yep, send Cup in. If you're sending Cup in, I'm probably saying get Wind Charger off the board. Although you could make an argument for Perceptor very easily. Nope, going into Wind Charger at the end of the day makes sense to me. So going in for 5, Pierce 4. And that is blocking 1, taking the 4. Up to 7, and a good swing from the plane could end Wind Charger here. Over to Nano's turn. Draw. So, you're sending in Wheeljack here. Never mind, you have a Turbo Boosters. Okay, that's pretty good. Draw and scrap for Wheeljack. Pitching a wedge. So, you're pitching the wedge, that makes sense. I don't see a situation where you don't flip Wheeljack. You have Bold 4, so... Yeah, oh, but Perceptor, you need to kind of work with him here. Yeah, this is a very odd... It's not an odd situation, it's just a difficult one. Okay, going for Wheeljack. And there is a grenade launcher, so... Bold 3 is active. He's got Bold 4. Okay, he's got Bold 7. Never mind. And that's 6 base attack with the field comm. And the target is... Doesn't matter who he goes into, that's the Sab Arms. And sending into the tank. Okay, so it's Bold 6 right now only. I say only, but... Come on, let's be real. Base 2. 1, 2, 3. Holy 3 double oranges in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that checks. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pierce 1. 16 blocking 5. Take 11. Oh no, the attack was in a cup. 16 blocking 5 takes 11. That is a dead cup. He does have 10 health. A pretty decent one-shot. Vorath is now on the field and could act as a decent blocker against Wind Charger here. You don't want to lose cup. We'll establish that right now. Losing cup is not in your best interest. But as a consolation prize, after Brett picks up a Scoundrels dropping a Spy set, you at least have an extra chump blocker for Wind Charger, so that way you can send the plane into whoever you want. Assuming Nano isn't holding on to a Start Your Engines or a Turbo Boosters in hand. It says this is a Cars deck, and knowing Naga's build of this list, there probably is one floating around. In fact, let me ask Naga this. Scouting mission the tank to draw 2. Three of each. Okay, so if Nano is on a similar build, just taking out some of the wave 6 through 8 support, then he might have another one in hand. Scoundrels comes down onto the plane. Can't go into Wind Charger here, but you will send Vorath in first. Might as well go into Perceptor, get something on him. He's already got 2 damage. Wait, how did he get 2 damage? Oh, those are the cards underneath him. Oh, gotcha. Nah. Okay, I got thrown off. Whoops. 2 Pierce 2. And takes the 2 on Perceptor. Okay, so that is the call. And over to Nano's turn. He actually cannot play Turbo Boosters on Wheeljack without flipping here, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's not ideal. You'd like to be flipping Perceptor here. Oh, just as a reminder, in case I didn't already mention it, Sky Shadow's strat now costs 3 stars, basically. Goes for the Perceptor flip, so that tells me he doesn't have an SYE or a Turbo Boosters in hand. Checking the health on Vorath, and there's only 1 health. Does Nano have a direct damage option? Bashing Shield to get rid of the Smoking Cloak, that's a good start. Now, does he have, like, a zap or something? Sending Wind Charger into Vorath, conceding that he's not going to be able to do too much to the tank. So, going in for 6, blocking 2 or 3. I don't know how much defense Vorath has. But, of course, I can go check. Because Transformers.cards exists, folks. There's the cut. 7, and that's a dead Vorath. So now we have Brett's turn, and this is a situation. So you either, I don't think you attack Wheeljack here. You either try to punt Wind Charger, or you get some more damage on Perceptor. And considering you're down a character now, the Wind Charger option seems like the better move to try and even the playing field. Admittedly, you are technically down 2 characters to 1 if you're Brett, or 2 characters to 1 in that situation. But it's at least something, and considering the fact that you will get a combination at some point, that does even things out a little bit more. Vorath had 0 defense, so, yeah. Okay. And he's thinking hard about this. Ideally, you'd also like to have a steady shot or a Cayman to try to put some additional pressure on. Steady shot just to guarantee the kill on Wind Charger. Ideally, you'd have a Cayman in order to put an extra damage on Perceptor, or an extra bit of damage, I should say. But Secret Action does not have either of those, so he is just hurdling here. Which makes sense given what he's facing. And he's put his hand down. Going into Wind Charger, he needs 2 black icons to get the kill, and he has Bold. Oh, he's got one. Oh, no, he's got two. There's the Scout Armor, and that will be a dead Wind Charger off Pierce 4. There is one more card to go, so we will have a reshuffle here. So, Wind Charger's dead. Perceptor has 5 attack. Wheeljack is on full health, and Brett's deck really tries to I am tripping over my own words here. Brett's deck is built for chip damage. Let's just say that until it gets to Sky Shadow combined. So at that point, what I think you do if you're Nano... So if you're Nano, what you do is I think you flip Perceptor, get an additional amount of cards underneath him, and then send Wheeljack in first and just try to do whatever you can to the plane. 6 Pierce 4, and that's a dead Wind Charger. Okay, untap. And we have an untap. Draw for turn on Nano's side of the field. So again, if you're Nano in this situation, you want to get as much damage on the plane right now as you can, so I think you flip Perceptor, take what you can from that, and then send Wheeljack into the plane. Just get as much pressure on as you can. And there's the Perceptor flip. What is the thing? What are the cards this time? Precision Fire, Start Your Engines, Turbo Boosters, Wedge Formation. Start Your Engines isn't too good right now, but it at least still is a decent utility piece at the moment. So, if you're Brett, you want to be minimizing the number of cards under Perceptor. So, I think what you do here is do a 3-1 split with Start Your Engines, Turbo Boosters, Precision Fire, and stick Wedge on its own. So that way, Nano is incentivized to take as many good cards as possible, keep Perceptor's attack low. That's what I would do in this situation, but hey, Brett probably has a different thought process, given, you know, he actually knows what is in his hand and what he's able to deal with here. Plus, he knows what that secret is, and I don't. But yeah, if I were in his situation, I'd put Wedge in its own pile, and... Okay, goes for a 2-2 with Wedge and Turbo Boosters in one pile, Precision Fire, Start Your Engines in the other. Interesting. Takes the Precision Fire and the Start Your Engines, puts the Turbo Boosters and the Wedge under Perceptor. He is now up to 7 attack. And again, at this point, I think you try to power up Wheeljack. There's a grenade launcher. That helps. And again, you just smack the plane here, because if you do, minimum is 14. Perceptor should be able to come in and clean that up fairly easily. And there's the supercharge. Show the sab arms, Brett. Goes into the plane. And there's a hidden fort. Not exactly a sab arms, but kinda. Oh, wait a minute! There is not a weapon in Nano's scrap pile! What's going on? Techno's in the room, so hopefully he can help resolve this. Okay, there was just a ruling thing involving when grenade launcher scraps. Nothing changes. There are no takebacks happening. 3 from the supercharge. Doesn't get the bold 3 from Wheeljack. Wow. 10. Still goes for 15 Pierce 3. Excuse me? Wheeljack, ladies and gentlemen. Wheeljack. And going into the plane, blocking 8, taking 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, block 8, take 7. Minimum of 14 on the combine. So now if you're Brett, you just take a free pop shot at Wheeljack in order to force the combination here, and then just hope to God that Perceptor doesn't absolutely smack you. Which very well could happen. There's a Bashing Shield there. Pitching a Crushing Size for the Bashing Shield. I just want to comment on this now. More and more, we are seeing people not playing Reprocess and instead opting for, like, the Wave 1 removal cards. We've seen Scrapper Gauntlets, Ramming Speed, Vaporize, Crushing Size throughout this event, and barely any copies of Reprocess outside of some shenanigans Naga's running, but even then, that's not for a removal. That's for him trying to cheese Cerebros. That is going to be a very interesting point to discuss going forward, and we'll see if that trend keeps up for E4. Because the fact that Reprocess was one of the most ubiquitous, Reprocess was one of the most ubiquitous removal cards for such a long time alongside Disassemble, and now those two have really fallen off hard. And we're over to Brett's turn. Again, you want to minimize damage on Sky Shadow here, so you probably are sending the plane into Wheeljack here. You're getting a decent hit, because you're going in for 6. Wheeljack only has 1 defense, and Nano is running an Orange Shell. So you're getting him almost halfway to death. And assuming you have a Cayman in hand, then he is halfway to being KO'd. But then at that point, you just hope that playing a Lion Weight, so nothing better. Plane into Wheeljack. Going in for 6 Pierce 5. White Icon. 6 Pierce 6. Gets an extra bit of damage. So Wheeljack is kind of sort of at half health. It depends on how you want to round it. No greens on Brett's side. And Nano is looking at that wedge formation. Not going to pick him up. And now... Oh, wait a minute. Perceptor now has to attack the plane. That forces a combine. I cannot believe I didn't realize this sooner. So, Perceptor attacks unless... Oh, wait, start your engines. I forgot he had that in hand. So Wheeljack flips to alt mode and untaps. Flip Perceptor. So now the question is... Actually, no, you flip Perceptor. You absolutely attack with him. You absolutely attack with... Actually, do you? A Javelin on Percy. Okay, that forces a 16 damage Sky Shadow. So Perceptor going into the plane, Javelin into the tank. That's a 16 damage Sky Shadow at minimum, and Perceptor is probably going to get smacked on the crackback here. Base 2, bold 1. Jeez. 7, 11. 11 flat. 11 blocking 3. Yeah, there goes the plane. The Scoundrels is lost, but you have Ominous and... Here I come to save the day. That was absolutely terrible. I am sorry you had to listen to that. So there's the head. And who's going to get hit for 3? If you're Brett, you probably... Wheeljack is fairly low on defense, and Perceptor you want to kill as quickly as possible. Since your damage capabilities are limited, but Wheeljack is going to be a softer target in the long run, I think you hit Perceptor here, because that puts the kill threshold at 8, which is fairly manageable in this deck, especially if you get a Scoundrels eventually, or just anything, really. Any sort of offensive boost. Hell, even a Cayman would do it. So yeah, if you're Brett here, you probably do the damage to Perceptor. Going for the damage on Perceptor as anticipated. Untaps Lion Weight. Draws for turn. Now, if he has a Scoundrels, a Cayman, or a Javelin, that helps the situation dramatically. There's the Javelin. So that, if you throw it at Perceptor, that puts the one-shot threshold to 6. The extra 10 on Sky Shadow, I will jump in on that. Just a heads up, Sky Shadow does have 10 more damage from the combine. Good catch, Naga. Sending in. And now who does he throw the Javelin at here? Throws the Javelin at Wheeljack. So the one-shot threshold for... Or not the one-shot threshold. The KO threshold for Perceptor is still sitting at 8. 8. 8 Pierce 6. Take 7. Oh, wait. 8 blocking 1 is 7. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I need a co-commentator. I have said it repeatedly. And bit of confusion happening around. There was a bit of confusion there happening with where the cards under Perceptor go. They do, in fact, get scrapped. So now Parsec is out, and Nano has a wheel turn. Draw for turn. So, do you guarantee the kill with Wheeljack, or do you send Parsec in? Actually, I don't think it really matters. 4 health remaining with essentially tough 3, because I don't see a situation where Brett doesn't scrap the Lion Weight here. Huh, this is actually a fairly interesting decision. Do you send in Wheeljack to guarantee the KO, but risk losing him to Ominous? Or do you send in Parsec to risk the KO, but guarantee that Wheeljack survives long enough to possibly end the game? Precision Fire naming Body Mode. Okay, that helps. So just 1 to Sky Shadow, but hey, every point helps. Javelin on Parsec. He is ranged despite not having any guns in the art. Parsec in, throwing the Javelin. And now he just needs a black icon, because that is an alive on 1 Sky Shadow. And will Brett get or scrap the Lion Weight? Will he do it? Because if Nano gets a black icon, that's game over for Sky Shadow. Scrapping the Lion Weight. And there's the Pierce. So that is a dead Sky Shadow. And out comes Ominous. So now, that feels like a checkmate for Nano. I don't like calling games early. I've established this before. Scouting mission? Parsec. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Scouting mission. This is why I don't call games early, because stuff like that! Scoundrel's Blaster. He has 4 Pierce 4. Wheeljack has 8 damage off 13. 8, or let's see, 4. There's 4 Pierce 4. Say the line, Bart! Scouting mission to get Parsec, but then an alive on 1 with Wheeljack. Oh, that has to hurt. That has to hurt. Although, Nano might have a reshuffle. This could get interesting. Nano will draw for turn and reshuffle. He will not get the bold 3 from Wheeljack's bot mode unless he has a way to get a weapon into the scrap. Ominous has 3 health. Brett is playing an orange deck. Can it be done? It's possible. I don't know how likely it is, though. Up, grenade launcher. Yep, that pretty much ends it. Discard to take the shot. Might as well flip to bot mode and get in it. There's the supercharge. And that is a very dead ominous, I believe. Well, let's get the confirmation here. And that's a dead ominous. Nano takes game 1. And now it is time for me to be a ref, essentially. Alrighty. Brett, will you be going first or second? Going first. Nano, will you side any characters? Brett, will you side any characters? Alrighty, you may side your character and then begin siding battle cards. Alrighty, so Brett is going first. Nano will not swap any characters. Brett is siding into somebody. Pounce! Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Let me go ahead and update that while I am talking about Open Play Night as per the usual. Let me make sure I'm muted. Ah, yes, I am muted. So, as I have said multiple times throughout this event, every Saturday night on the TFTCG Discord, we have our Open Play Night, encouraging you to bring whatever jank possible. This week, it's nothing fancy. Just bring your favorite... I can't speak all of a sudden. Just bring your favorite jank. Come flip some cards. It'll be a good time. You get at least 2 games in. You'll get 25 Shanix, the server currency, which you can use to get professionally printed community cards via the updated Shanix store that's launching this weekend. If you want to join in on all the action on Open Play Night, it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Saturday, and every Saturday, on discord.gg/TransformersTCG. And if you're looking for information about upcoming Open Play Nights, you can find that on the Discord as well as at transformers.cards. Again, if you want to join in the action, 7 p.m. Eastern every Saturday on discord.gg/TransformersTCG. And you can find upcoming Open Play Night information on the Discord and at transformers.cards. So we've gone into Pounce on Brett's side of the field, maximizing the amount of stars he's able to run here. Well, I mean, he was doing it before with Cut plus Aimless, or not Aimless, Vorath, that's his name. I just realized now how dumb of a thing it was for me to start yammering on about that. Folks, never let me ramble. It never ends well. Anyways, Brett is still siding. But yeah, updated Shanix store launching this weekend. Zero has been hard at work on that, making sure everybody's Shanix totals are accurate. And it is going to be awesome. Looks like sideboarding has concluded. And Brett is talking about now how this is the first time that he sided in to Pounce. And this should be interesting to see how that plays out. And there's the cuts. And we are off to the races on game 2. Start by flipping Pounce. Look at the top 3 of the deck. Reveal a secret and add it to hand. And let's see what he finds. We do not get to see it, though, because it is look at the top 3, not reveal the top 3. And, wait, they go back on the bottom? What? Wait, hold on. If I just saw that correctly, the cards revealed off Pounce go back on the top of the deck. Yep, all good. Okay, so we had a bit of an misplay there. Okay, so that's fixed. I could have sworn, I'm like, that's not open agenda. But issue is resolved. Going in for 4. Into Wind Charger. Takes 2. Draw for turn. Flip Perceptor. Wedge Formation. To heal Wind Charger, draw a card. Flip Perceptor to bot mode in case I didn't already mention that. Not going to do any of the planning. Throwing Wind Charger into the tank. And that is blocking 6. 10 Pierce 2, blocking 6, take 4. Pitching Precision Fire for Wedge Formation. Over to Brett's turn. So there are no secret actions in Unplay right now, so Pounce is currently sitting at a 5 attack character. Although in this matchup, that's still pretty decent. Wait, did Nano side into Laser Cutlass? Not a bad sideboard choice indeed. So if you're Brett here, you're going into Wind Charger. Ideally, you'd like to save Pounce for either Perceptor or Wheeljack, given what happened last game. On the other hand, can you really afford to wait? So flip Pounce to alt mode, currently at 5 attack, no secrets in play. Going for a Scoundrels on the plane, so it looks like he is choosing to wait. Bellicosity on the plane. And sending the plane into Wind Charger. Okay, this is gonna hurt. So as a reminder, Belligerence is in this event is being run as Bellicosity, which is basically Belligerence, but only for one character on one attack. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that is a dead Wind Charger on the nose. Okay, that Bellicosity came in clutch for Brett. Dropping a handheld for a Scoundrels. Yeah, the pressure... The pressure's on Nano right now. Oh, Lord. Draw for turn. Flip Perceptor. Time to do the thing. Wedge. Counter Espionage. Turbo Boosters. Ramming Speed. Ooh. So I think you stick Counter Espionage with Wedge. Let's start with that. Honestly, I think you go a 3-1 split here. Put Turbo Boosters in its own pile, Ramming Speed, Counter Espionage, Wedge in the other. That way, if Nano wants to take the Counter Espionage, he's getting less attack, and if he wants to take the Turbo Boosters, he's not getting the Counter Espionage, and he's getting less cards. 5 cards in hand right now. I don't think this is a situation where you do 0 as a pile, because you do not want to give him both the Turbo Boosters and the Counter Espionage. That is a death sentence, in my opinion. Here comes the call. He's putting them in the same pile? So that's the piles. Given what I just said, you can imagine I have some conflicted feelings about this. I really don't know how I feel about that. I genuinely think the move was to not give him both Counter Espionage and Turbo Boosters at the same time. Gets 2 under Perceptor. Ooh, we'll see if that comes back to bite him. But I'll put it on record now. Roast me in the comments all you want. And I'm talking to everybody there. I do not agree with that decision at all. So, Nano thinking. Combat Dagger on Wheeljack. There's a trigger. Draw. And then discarding a Take the Shot. Going for the Counter Espionage. Naming. End hostilities. Yeah, that does seem like a problem for Nano. Scoundrels. Scout armor. Scouting mission. No end hostilities. Okay, maybe... I immediately retract my statement only with the benefit of hindsight. In the moment, I still don't agree with the call. Throwing Percy into the plane for 5. Hey, there's the end hostilities. So, Brett taking a risk there with the Counter Espionage. In hindsight, he takes the risk, and it pays off. Draw for turn. And now Pounce is going in. Scoundrels onto Pounce. So now he's attacking for 7. That's a pretty hefty hit. That's 5 on Perceptor. So if you hear clicking in the background, I am fidgeting with the 8 figures I have on my desk. Which, at the moment, are Core Sludge, Core Slug, Core Nemesis, Geaxis, Scrap Hook. Actually, it's 9 right now. And then the BotCon 2013 Rainmakers, so not Acid Storms, the Hotlink, Bitstream, and Sunstorm that I bought off of Tank a couple weeks ago. And then Tarn. I finally have Tarn. So Brett is heavily contemplating something here. I'm not sure what that something is exactly. You have to be thinking about nope, not going for a secret action play, so that indicates he didn't draw one. Goes for a scouting mission on the plane. Interesting. Draws 2, send Pounce into Perceptor, currently going in for 7. Blocks 2, takes 5. Alrighty, and now Wheeljack has free reign. Draw for turn. Flip Wheeljack. He just called it belligerosity. So bellicosity on Wheeljack. And that's going to be it. Wheeljack into Pounce. Getting the bold 3 due to the power punch in the scrap. Base 2. 1, 2, 3. White icon. So, base 2. 1, 2, 3. Bold 1. White icon. 14. Pierce 2 into Pounce. On the nose! Ow! Bellicosity, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good card still. Untapping. And over to Brett's turn. He is drawn for turn. Now he draws for turn. I did not see it, so I assumed he had drawn for turn. He has not. Because I was looking at chat at the time, because, I need to monitor that. Also, another reason I need a co-commentator, because I need to be able to monitor the chat with somebody talking in the background and actually paying attention to the game state full time, since I have to pull double duty. And maybe I'll talk to Tank, see if I can get him to help me cast the finals. We shall see, though. He's been out of the competitive loop for a while, though, and may not be up for it as a result, but we will see. So if you're Brett here, Wheeljack is vulnerable. Perceptor, not as much. Yep, what's he got? Not sure what he's thinking here. Smoke Cloak on the plane. And another Bellicosity calling the plane. And going into Perceptor. He's trying to get him off the board. Okay, there's the full swing for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Pierce 1. 11 blocking 2. Yeah, that is a dead Perceptor, and out comes Parsec. This game looking pretty good for Brett, although Wheeljack is still kicking around on full health, so take that as you will. So draw for turn. Now, if you're Nano, what do you do here? This feels like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Hollow Matter onto Wheeljack, so that stops the ping, which makes me think he's about to try and punt the plane, which I only think is possible if he has another Bellicosity in hand, and what are the odds of that? Fight for position. Okay, I was saying that and thinking, oh, let's watch me get immediately roasted for this, but no, I was correct for once. Base 2. Bold 3 off a weapon. So there's 2 cards. He's got a reshuffle. And Brett is currently blocking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the bold total currently is 6. There's the cut. Two, 1, 3. Base, there's the bold 3. Bold 1 for the combat dagger. Hey, there's the Bellicosity. Okay, base 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, white icon. 14, Pierce 2, blocking set. Say the line, Bart! How does this keep happening? How does the server get away with this? 14 into 7. Yep. That's an alive on 1, all right. How does this keep happening? I do not understand. And I was about to jump in there to answer a ruling question about what happens to the upgrades on the KO'd piece of Sky Shadow, and the answer is that they don't go on for the combine. Pitching a wedge formation for a bashing shield, it sounds like. And over to Brett's turn. Wheeljack is currently the character that he has to attack. If he has a scouting mission again, that would be ideal. Does he have the scouting mission? There's a scout armor, but not a scouting mission. There's a secret. No scouting mission, unfortunately. Send the tank into Wheeljack, currently for 4, Pierce 1. Block 2, take 2. Over to Nano's turn. Would not be surprised if he sends Parsec into the plane here. Start your engine. Oh. That's a thing. Untaps Wheeljack and flips him to alt mode. Now the question is, does he flip Wheeljack back to... I mean, you have your flip return, so you might as well flip Wheeljack back to bot mode and send him into the tank, I guess? Getting some questions about Scout Armor. Because I suspect Nano was thinking about dropping that Bashing Shield. Which, looking at the board, he could easily do that. He drops the Bashing Shield on Parsec. Yeah, he drops the Bashing Shield on Parsec, gets rid of the Scout Armor, flips Wheeljack, attacks the tank, he combines with 19. Oh, but then Parsec gets shot for 3 because Brett gets to choose. Okay, he might be going for it. Goes for the Scout Armor. Ugh. Although... Parsec has bold 1. Perhaps you send Parsec in here in order to get the KO on the plane. Sky Shadow shoots. And then Sky Shadow attacks Wheeljack. He's probably only going to do 5, maybe 10 if he has another Scoundrels in hand. Flip Wheeljack to bot mode. Sending Wheeljack in. Wait, nope, he's thinking about it. Okay, he's gonna still flip Wheeljack. Oh, I think he's realized the situation with Sky Shadow's damage, so would not be surprised if he sent in Parsec in here instead. Which I genuinely think is the correct play. Parsec into the plane. Oh, we are still not sure about what the move is. Again, I think the play here, send Parsec into the plane, get him KO'd, Sky Shadow shoots Parsec for 3, that's Parsec off the board, Wheeljack can tank a hit, and then send Wheeljack into, Oh god, did we have another disconnect? Joy. This is why I record things, folks. This is why I record things. Again, I think you send Parsec in and try to get the plane KO'd. Oh, wait. You have a wheel turn. There's a wheel turn. Sending Wheeljack into the plane? Why would you not go into the tank there? Wait, no, if you have a wheel turn, send Parsec into the tank and then send Wheeljack into the tank. That is very interesting. Okay, not revealing Brett's secret. White icon and... So that is base 2, 1, 2, 3, bold 1, white icon. Yep. That is... How much? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dropping turbo boosters for a counter espionage, even though that is out of sequence technically. He does have Pierce, so the plane is very much dead here. Yes, I'm aware of the fact that I disconnected. Combine on 14. And there's the shot at Parsec. That was... I don't know how to feel about that sequence. Pitching turbo boosters for a counter espionage. And the secret scraps, it was a hold line. He was anticipating a Parsec swing just like I was. Draw for turn. So Sky Shadow swinging in for 8 here. The one-shot threshold on... Or not the one-shot threshold. The KO threshold on Wheeljack is currently... 12? 13? Oh. So, I can't really commentate too much about flip or attack decisions here because there's only one character on each side of the field, and Brett's can't flip. So, what helps him here? Scoundrel's Cayman would be ideal. Well, realistically, although Bellicosity could also be helpful. Yeah, if he has Bellicosity, I think he just wins the game. Smoke Cloak, going for the defensive maneuver. Work overtime to draw 3. Okay, not holding on to any of his power cards at the moment. Sky Shadow in... for currently 8 Pierce 4, 8 Pierce 5, 8 Pierce 6, 8 Pierce 7, 8 Pierce 7. Eight Pierce 7. Take 7 up to 9. Okay, Nano forgot how to math there. Fun fact, 2 plus 7 is not 8, it is 9. And the only reason I'm making fun of that bad mathing is because I would probably do the exact same thing. So... Brett needs to get 6 more damage through. Can it be done with Ominous? Because Sky Shadow could die here. Flipping Wheeljack to alt mode. Ooh, that's very interesting. Power Punch, draw cards, grab... Oh, he's fishing for Bellicosities. Discarding an improvised. Is there... There's the Bellicosity. And send in. Okay, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, blocking 2. That is a very dead Sky Shadow. Had to grab a bottle of water there. And out comes Ominous. Can he do 6 damage? Scoundrels, Cayman does it. Scoundrels, does he have the Cayman? Bellicosity, wait a minute, that does it too! That's a dead Wheeljack off of Pierce from the Oranges that Brett flipped, and we are going to Game 3. Alrighty, the decisions that will determine the fate of this match are about to be made. Nano, will you be going first or second? You'll be going first. Brett, will you side any characters? Okay, no siding. Nano, will you be siding any characters? Not siding anything. Please excuse me forgetting how to English. You may begin siding battle cards. Okay, now that we are done with me bumbling like an idiot, per the norm. Wouldn't be a Servants of the Dice Gods production without me being a complete dunce at some point. Then again, if you're not here for that, why are you here in the first place? That's a joke, of course. Sticking with Pounce on Brett's side, it makes sense that Nano wouldn't change anything. That game was very close. Had Brett not had that bellicosity. And it's always good to get a Game 3. I love how Nano calls it belligerosity. Looks like we are getting the pile shuffles. We should be going here soon. Now, with Nano going first, Wind Charger's probably going to punch Pounce. Ugh, I really don't know what to comment on here. Game plan should be pretty similar to the last two games. And there's the questions about the playmat. I was hoping that wouldn't come up, but that's on me for saying it. Yeah, maybe I'll just cut this part out in post. Still waiting for the cuts here. Up there, we should be going with the cuts here. Here we go. Nano's going first. Game 3. Let's do this. Winner gets a spot in the finals against Fort Max. Flip Percy. Send Wind Charger in. Into Pounce. Okay, so I did actually call that correctly. 9 Pierce 1. 9 blocking 6, taking 3. Combat Dagger for wedge formation on Nano side. No greens on Brett side. And draw for turn. Flipping Pounce to bot mode. Let's see what we got here, if anything. No secrets. Scout armor onto the tank. Tank into Wind Charger. For Pierce 1, take 3 after blocking 1. Moving over to Nano's turn. Draw for turn. Flip Percy. Javelin. Combat, or Improvised Shield. Bellicosity, Bashing Shield. Okay, this is an interesting set of flips. You probably do... do you do a 2-2 split? So, Bellicosity and Improvised in one pile. Bashing Javelin in the other. That was what I was thinking of doing if I was in this situation. Take the Javelin and Bashing Shield, Belligerence, and Improvised under Perceptor. Bashing Shield to get rid of the scouting mission. Wheeljack trigger, draw, and discard. Pitching a Precision Fire, okay. And then, you haven't flipped, oh no, you flipped Perceptor, so you can't really do anything with that. You already played a Bashing Shield. If you haven't start your engines, now's the time, because then get Wind Charger to take a shot at the plane, or the tank, I should say. Oh, there's the start your engines, alrighty, so Wind Charger untaps. And then send Perceptor into the tank? What? I'm very confused. 7 Pierce 1. Seven blocking 7, take 1. Dropping a line, wait for a hold line, no pickups on Nano's side of the field. And draw for turn. Flipping Pounce to alt mode. Currently at 5 attack. Scoundrel's Blaster on Pounce, that's 7. There's a secret, up to 9. Going into Perceptor, blocking 2. 9 Pierce 1, blocking 2, takes 7. Pretty good swing. Draw for turn on Nano side of the field. So you probably send... Flip Wheeljack, send him into Pounce. Probably try to get something off the board here. So, if you send Wheeljack in here, there's the flip. If you got a combat dagger, there's a pretty good play right there, because that's bold 4. Odds are he has a weapon in the scrap. There's no way he doesn't. Just get as much as you can here and try to punt pounds, because the KO threshold is currently 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 would need... You need bold 4 for 11, but you're going to need more than that because of the flips on Brett's side of the field. So you can reasonably assume Brett's going to flip. After flips is going to have 6 defense. There's a power punch. So bold 6. And Nano, recognizing a misplay there, should have played that before flipping, but whatever. Wedge formation to heal Windcharger. No ranged character. Wheeljack in the pounce. And the secret is a hidden fort. Okay, so that's blocking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 most likely. There is a weapon this time. So bold 6 versus tough 3. Base 2, 1, 2, 3 on Brett's side with a white icon. Base 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. White icon going in for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pierce 2. Blocking 9. Takes 3 up to 6. Halfway there. Bashing Shield for Hollow Matter on Nano's side of the field. Nothing on Brett's side. Draw for turn. Flip pounce to bot mode. Look at the top 3. Is there a secret? There must be, because he's looking intently at both of them here. Looks like there wasn't a secret in there, unless I'm just completely blind while monitoring the chat. Javelin on the plane. Sending the plane into Perceptor. Throwing the Javelin at Perceptor, so that puts him up to 9. Needs to get 3 here with Bold 2. That should be easy. Pierce 1. Pierce 2. Oh, no. Pierce 2. 4 Pierce 2. Say the line, Bart. Lying wait for scoundrels. Over to Nano's turn. What do you do here if you're Nano? Pounce is in bot mode, so that defense is going to make it a bit tougher to get through him. You'd ideally like to get him off the board, but you're probably not going to, again, do much, so you maybe go after the plane. Unless you have a... If you have a turbo boosters, though, that helps the situation. There's a field comm. So, trigger. And field comm will resolve first. Top card is... Oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Untap Wheeljack, and now we have 2 Wheeljack triggers to resolve. Draw. Discard for the field comm. Discarding the Javelin. Ooh. Turbo boosters causes a trigger. Draw. Discard will be... Discarding a Power Punch. And is there an action? Unfortunately, he does not have a flip for turn, so at this point, he's really just setting up Wheeljack. Unless he has a Supercharge in hand for Windcharger to possibly get through to... Oh, he's got a Wheel Turn. Never mind. Doesn't even matter. Wheeljack into Pounce. So, base 2 for 7. 8. 8 blocking 5. Take 3. Up to 9. Ooh, wait a minute. Windcharger in the Pounce. Can he get 3? That's 5. 5 blocking 4, take 1. Nope. So, there's a wedge formation there for Nano. Okay, there's a cut. We have an untap. So Pounce to alt mode. With Perceptor alive on 1, ideally what you would like here is to get Perceptor with a Cayman or a Scouting mission, and then punch Wheeljack. Yeah, because I don't think playing a secret right now is the correct call unless he's got nothing better to do. I think you try to kill Perceptor if you can. Checking for icons. Checking the scrap. The fact that he has not immediately dropped the scouting mission or it came in makes me suspect that he doesn't have it. But at the same time, I've been roasted for saying that at least 5 times throughout this entire event. So, I have no clue. Okay, Naga can hear me now, so let's cut the comments about he has no idea what he's doing. Not gonna play anything, sending the tank into Perceptor. Hey, there's the scouting mission! 4 Pierce 2. There's a dead Perceptor, and out comes Parsec. So, Pounce is alive on 2. Nano was just asking about that. Makes sense that he probably is thinking about sending Parsec in. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I announced it. This is good for Brett. If he has Javelin, it's huge for Nano. Good point. Does he have the Javelin? Now, again, this is where I would ask you if you want to commentate the finals, except you're in the finals. Field comm. Can he go 2 for 2 and get exactly what he needs? Combat Dagger. Might as well put that on Wind Charger? I could have sworn he was going to put that on Parsec. Draw, discard. So, what is discard? Ooh, discarding a grenade launcher. That might be an indication of what he's holding. Flip Wheeljack. Precision Fire. Calling Alt Mode. Ooh. Everyone gets hit except Wheeljack and Parsec. Pounce is alive on 1. That might make it easier for Parsec to get the KO here. Oh, wait, no, he has to go into the tank. I'm stupid. Currently going in for 4. Hey, there's the Javelin. That's 6 Pierce 1. Blocking enough to take the Pierce 2. So, over to Brett's turn. A secret and a smack wind charger with pounce seems good. I mean, yeah, he's alive on 1, so you might as well at that point. There's a Scoundrels on the plane. Send pounce into wind charger. The kill threshold is currently 9? He's got it. No, wait. 9 blocking 2. There's a bashing shield. Say the line, Bart. Eat my shorts? What? Oh, right. You predicted that play that would just do that. Oh, and a turbo booster to untap wind charger. That's about as unfortunate as it gets. Although, say the line, Bart. Say the line, Bart. You probably send Parsec into Pounce here and see if you can spike a black icon. Wait, what? What? Why would you send Wheeljack into oh, hold the line. Naga, why did you have to end up in the finals? Now I'm going to have to go talk to Tank to see if he wants to commentate. And that's not a guarantee because he's been out of the competitive circuit. Anyways, Wheeljack kills Pounce, dropping a combat dagger for a wedge formation, it sounded like. Draw for turn on Brett's side. Sky Shadow is going to get to smack somebody here. Although if you have a scouting mission, Parsec is right there. So there's a secret. And sending the plane into Wheeljack as he has to. Hey, there's an orange. So going in for 7 Pierce 4. 7 Pierce 4. Taking 6. This is pretty good for who? And temporary pause as Brett tries to figure out why he's getting a million notifications. Pretty good for Brett, yeah. I mean, Windcharger is alive on 2. Wheeljack is in a pretty not ideal state, and Parsec is, well, Parsec. Playing a wedge formation. Wheeljack. Draw 1 to Parsec. Flip Wheeljack. Trigger a Hollow Matter, or trigger via Hollow Matter. So takes 2 on combine out, leaves Parsec alone. Nano has to all out, and Brett can kill with trigger and kill on swing. So takes 2 on combine out, leaves yeah, I have no idea what you're saying there. So Parsec is going in here. And it looks like that is into the plane. Yep, that is into the plane. There's the cut. 6 pierce 1. Take 2, go to 3. Take the shot for Bashing Shield. Wind Charger. If Brett combines, he does 3 to Wind Charger and KOs. Then Brett attacks with Sky Shadow and KOs Wheeljack for turn, then only Parsec remains. Ah! You can getcha. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. 9. Especially with a Hidden Fort. Block 8, take 1. Yeah, this may take a while, folks. Draw for turn on Brett's side of the field. Javelin on the tank. Setting a secret. Into Parsec. Throw the Javelin at Wind Charger. Ooh, this is bad. This is bad if you're Nano. Oh, no. That may be checkmate. That very well could be checkmate. And now let's go to Naga for a live reaction. Naga, how are you feeling about possibly facing Sky Shadow now? Chilling. Easy matchup. Oh, don't get too cocky. Don't get too cocky. Remember, I said I had a shot against Champion, and we both know how that ended. Grenade launcher on Wheeljack. Trigger. Draw. Discard. Counter espionage, naming, and hostilities. Got it! There's a steady shot in hand as well. Wait, so Nano apparently did not intend to say end hostilities and was about to correct himself, but decided, no, let's go for it. And sure enough, it was an end hostilities. And there's a steady shot in hand, though, so Wheeljack is going to need to Fortress here. Tank has 6 health remaining, combining with a minimum of 14. Send Wheeljack as is into the tank. Going in for... Of course, there's 2 blues. Going in for 8. 9. Oh, there's a field comm. 7. Takes 2. Yep, block 7 takes 2. Okay, so over to Brett's turn. Sky Shadow needs to get 13 minus 5 is how much? 8? Yeah, 8. So the one-shot threshold is currently 11. E. Steady shot going in for 8. So it's currently 8 blocking 2, take 5. This is checkmate for Nano. Or not for Nano, for Brett. Yep, Wheeljack will be alive. Oh, Hollow Matter. Ignore me, I'm an idiot. There's the cut, and currently the attack is for 8. Pierce 1, Pierce 2, Pierce 3, 9 Pierce 3. 9 Pierce 3. 9 Pierce 3. Up to 11. A Cayman will do it, but I don't remember if Brett is playing it or not. I just realized. Okay, what does Nano do here? But Sky Shadow wins, yeah, probably. Grenade launcher, Bellicosity. Send it to the plane. There's a weapon. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Going in for 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15. 15, that's a dead plane. Combined on 16, Sky Shadow will not do any damage because of the fact that Wheeljack has a Hollow Matter. And wait. Damn, Brett with the Javelin double KO was huge. And Nano will concede. Brett wins in 3. And I got through an entire match without accidentally calling Wheeljack Wheeljank. It is a Christmas miracle, folks. It is an absolute miracle. So now, Brett goes on to face Nano in the finals. Sky Shadow versus Fortmax. Another battle of Wave 5 powerhouses. Should be good. Should be happening within the next couple of days. If you want to find out exactly when... Wait, did I say versus Nano? Did I say that? I meant versus Brett. Folks, I need to go eat, because I am... Brett versus Brett... What? Did I really say that? God, I am an idiot. I'm going to shut up now, so that will do it for this broadcast. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little purple button you can push down below to show that if you are watching this on Twitch, or if you're watching the YouTube re-upload of this, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that. If you want to find out when the finals of Brett versus Naga, I'm going to get it right this time, happens, be sure to join the Discord server at discord.gg/TransformersTCG for the announcement of when that happens. And stay tuned to this channel to know when we go live to broadcast it. Should be a good finals, but for now, that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all, and please learn how to English properly so you do not end up like me.